some on the internet the other day, and they came in and started reading them. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to share what I thought about one of the books that I've already read. So the 4 books that I've ordered online were Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell, Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan, The Minutes of Catherine by John Green, and This Is What Happy Looks Like by Jennifer E. Smith. The book that I read was Eleanor and Park. And first of all, it looked rather interesting because of the fact of the cover, because it's a very fantastically designed. From the text, you can tell that this is probably Eleanor, this is Park. And that turns out to be true. I originally heard of this book on like an ad on YouTube, on like one of John Green's videos. I think he actually talked about it in that particular video. And it just looked really good, and I got the chance to buy it, and I'm glad that I did, because it was a really good story. Eleanor is a red-headed and mildly chubby, although the book doesn't go into detail as to how chubby, and as it really makes me wonder if perhaps she wasn't as chubby as she thought. And then Park, who is a mild-mannered Asian boy, they end up meeting on the bus and falling in love, as unlikely as that sounds. It describes Eleanor. It says, red hair, long clothes, standing beside him until he turns his head, lying beside him until he wakes up, making everyone else seem drabber and flatter and never good enough. Eleanor. Then it describes Park. He knows she'll love a song before he plays it for her. He laughs at her jokes before she even gets to the punchline. There's a place on his chest, just below his throat, that makes her want to keep promises. Park. And the main description of it, it's not on the back of the book, which drives me crazy. It says, set over the course of one school year, this is the story of 2 star-crossed 16-year-olds, smart enough to know that first love almost never lasts, but brave and desperate enough to try. Honestly, I thought it was a fantastic book. Particularly if you enjoy John Green novels or any novels that involve love stories that may end up not being super happy. I mean, it's a happy book, but it's also a sad book. So, it probably took me about a good week to read this, because I wasn't reading constantly. Though toward the end I read more often, because it was such a good book. There are 325 pages to this book, so it's a decent read. But it's really, really worth it. By the end of the book, I felt like I knew the 2 characters, and I could see similarities between myself and each of the characters, which that's a big part to like a good story. It really, after the book was done, it was one of those I was dreading the ending because I knew it wasn't going to finish off the story. That's one of my few criticisms about this. It doesn't completely finish off the story, which drives me crazy. It's a cliffhanger, but it kind of gives clues to what might happen afterwards. So, it's a really good book. As far as the content, for age levels, I would say about probably middle school and up as far as reading this. Even now I'm going to college and I'm like, this is a really good book. So yes, I would very much recommend reading this, if at all possible, within the next little bit. I hope I didn't give away too much. I don't think I did. I've tried not to. The next book that I'm reading is This Is What Happy Looks Like, and I will be reviewing it next, so stay tuned. And if it gets posted anytime soon, I'll probably put a link on here somewhere. Where it is. In the meantime, there should be a link to Eleanor Park right here on the book. And I hope you go order it or buy it at your bookstore and read it.